Come on. Come on. I know you want to do it. Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all. Welcome back to the channel. And so we're continuing on with knocking the rust off. And today we've got Kinetic Transference and Explosive Personality. Now with Kinetic Transference, you don't want the opponent to hit into your block because they're going to gain power. And Explosive Personality, hitting into their block gives them an armor up. 5 armor ups. They explode. You take damage. Alright, let's get it in. Okay, so getting started here, we've got our MoleMan up against our Black Widow. Now, she does have a 3% chance to evade, which I'm pretty sure they forgot to put a 0 after that 3. So that's why I have MoleMan on here. So the evades are going to fail, and we're going up against no retreat here. So that means I can't do double dashes. I can only dash once within that timer. Otherwise, a second dash, I will be degenerating. So just got to be pretty creative with the way that you dex. Sometimes you got to take a few blocked hits. But that beats getting degened into oblivion. So here we go. As you can see, I'm taking some blocked hits from her special attack and then also dexing afterwards. So it's kind of like a block dex sandwich. Anyway, we're getting close to an SP2 here, and I really don't want to be stuck in a situation where I'm trying to bait out and dex and dex. So as you can see here, she has a pretty fond affinity of doing her heavy attack. So just trying to get her to bait that SP1. Really don't want to push to SP2. I may have to. And this just feels like one of those situations where she's just not going to do it until I get against the wall. So either that or she takes a hit, which there it is. I've paid my dues. Something's got to give. There we go. Okay, continuing on, doing more of the same, trying to bait out that SP1. But I don't think that's really going to be the thing. Just pushing the SP2, getting it done. She's pretty close to KO, so I think I can get this done. She got her hits in, and so that seems to be the secret sauce for baiting out their special attacks, at least on this particular fight. Anyway, we're coming to a close on this fight. We've got bleeds and shocks, and that should be enough to take her out. Oh, she got a little bit of recovery action there, but we still finish out the fight. Alright, next up we've got Captain America World War II, and we are on that Kinetic Transference, as well as Explosive Personality. So, trying not to hit into the block too much, just trying to get attacks, and then using his power bar as a way to get openings. So we're trying to bait out an attack here. We ended up getting a parry, we gave him some power, but that's fine. The tough thing about this one is sometimes Dex reads his block, and that got a little too close for comfort there. Alright, gotta back off. Can't really take too much advantage of that stun because he's getting way too close to that SP3. I just need him to bait here a little bit, and I am kind of stuck. And we've all been here before. There it is. Let's have it. Well, lucky for me, I've got LMD. So let's try not to do that again. Unfortunately, activating Backblast here. All right, we landed that stun, and we're going for the internal bleed. So we've got that set up. So now our bleeds are going to last just a little bit longer. And dropping an SP1 just to add in some extra damage. And we're just about done here. That bleed did enough of the work to finish out the fight. Okay, next up we've got MoleMan. Had to heal him up just a little bit. I didn't get any inputs at the beginning of the match there, so he just smacked me up. That's okay. Paid the tax, but as you can see, auto blocks are failed. And that is the beauty of MoleMan. Take him up against evaders, take him up against auto blockers, and it's not a problem. So we're laying down the pain with that SP1 and inflicting shock, and we go ahead and we dex that SP1 from MODOK. Now one of the difficult things here is landing a successful parry when you have that unstoppable on block. Like it just feels weird. So something I'm getting used to. Alright, got another SP1 here, inflicting that shock, and we're gonna back off. But he still clipped me on the end there. That could probably have a lot to do with Rusty Dave. also don't want to push him to SP2 because I kind of forgot how to do that, and I don't want to test that out right here. So as you can see, MoleMan is very effective here. You don't even have to think about MODOK at all, unless you get into Frenzy. But at this point, I think we're doing enough damage. Taking advantage of those unstoppables and trying not to rely on parry so much on this one. There we go. I saw early on that it wasn't really working to my advantage, so that's how we're moving. Uh-oh, here we got that SP2. All right, got a little bit of lag there, but all good. We survived. All right, come on, my man. Throw that thing out. There we go. Yeah, I was not expecting that second one to come out so fast, but it did. There we go, and we are good to go. So we only really missed one of those SP1s. Not too bad for Rusty Dave. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, now I'm feeling myself a little bit, so we are into the next fight, which technically should be an easy fight. This is class advantage, and we're going up against Human Torch with MoleMan. Just kind of figured if I got any of those incinerates on me, I can just shrug them off, which was a good plan. But, yeah, here's the problem. I think I may have forgotten how to dex that SP2, so I got caught, but I did get saved by the shrugging, shrugged off the incinerate, and shrugged off the stun. So now I'm going to stick to SP1 because I'm just a little bit out of practice. Anyway, the embarrassing part about that is that I did a tutorial on that, but that was like 2-3 years ago or something, so I'm gonna have to bone back up, but at least I remember this one. Okay, so here I am again, and I happen to give him another SP2, forgot about that Kinetic Transference. That really messed me up right there. Okay, come on now. Sorry about that. Okay, well, let's put this LMD Nick to good use here. The good news is that I actually do know how to dex that now, so won't be running into that problem again. And that's a wrap for old Johnny Boy. Okay, next up, we've got the Thing, and so let's just put our Nick to good use. Let's take advantage of that damage, and then also take advantage of the fact that he bleeds a non-bleeder, but helps out with those charges. Now, it seems like I totally forgot that there's Kinetic Transference here, so Nick's probably not going to last too much longer. But we don't have to worry about that because Back Blast got us again. But check out the AI flex on how it perfectly times the hit with the end of that Incinerate timer, which is also perfectly timed to kill me on the last tick. Just saying. Okay, next up we've got Cap Infinity War, taking on this explosive personality. Looks like I didn't learn my lesson from that Nick Fury. Don't worry, the rust will knock off pretty soon. That's good, we got that bait. We're gonna go in and just do a couple more hits to get him to 15 so that he can lose all those rock stacks. There it is. Ba-bam. Looks like we got a nice rhythm going on here, but I keep on hitting into that block and giving him power. I think, honestly, I'm not really thinking about it. Anyway, push him to SP2. I'm going to try to bait him, but at this point he reads my dash and I get into trouble there. He gets pushed to SP3, so that's unfortunate. But I do gotta say, Cap did put in some work. I didn't get to Dex there for some reason. He just stayed blocking, but that's all good. Let's go ahead and launch the SP3 as my get out of jail free ticket. Getting out of SP3 animation, that did not Dex at all either. Man, so 2 5 pieces to the face. And let's just try to get as far as we can. At this point, I'm flustered. I wasn't paying attention to what was happening there because I couldn't believe I got smacked up twice in a row the same way. Anyway, I'm going to do my best here, but I just go ahead and I hit into the block and totally forget about explosive personality. Sometimes those things just throw you off. I'm visibly annoyed at this point, even though you can't see my face. Okay, so at this point, Thing has taken 2 of my peeps. So I'm coming in with my Mr. Sinister fighter, hoping not to lose too much health here. but I think we can pull this one out. All right, we got our 15 stacks right there. As long as he doesn't hit into my block, I should be in good shape. Just need to bait out that SP2. Oh, they almost took it from me. Almost took it from me. Okay, now I need to start utilizing my heavy attack here a little more, just to make sure we can break down some of those rock stacks. And these dexes are not coming out for me today. Oh man, made a little mistake there attacking into him before that Unstoppable was finished. So the cool part about Kinetic Transference is he's at 15 stacks, but not at SP1, but I'm just going to use my blocks as a way to get him there and finish this up. So all we got left here is to bait, in which he loves launching that right into the wall. There we go, and we are all done. Okay, we're all done with Kinetic Transference and Explosive Personality. We are now on this Havoc fight, where we have some new items to deal with, like Crumbling Armor and improved power gain, but of course we're keeping that back blast in place. So bringing in Warlock here, I want to make sure that I'm trying to parry some of those medium attacks, because each time that happens, it's a non-contact attack. If you parry, you power drain, and power drain brings in that lovely, lovely degeneration. Not only that, actively power draining will remove his charges and keep that detonation damage away from me. So here we are, looking for a good opportunity to launch that SP2 on him, and here it goes. Alright, continuing on. Baited out a heavy attack there, going in for my full 5-hit combo, and we're going to try to degen and power drain as many times as we can. Really, really love myself some Warlock. He's an ace for this fight. There we go, dexing that SP2, getting on in, kind of feeling a good stride here. There's no rust on this Dave today. Alright, going in for that SP2. Love the damage on that. Continuing that degen, going on in. Another 5-hit combo. And he goes into turtle mode, but that's fine. This fight is pretty much over. Just need one more combo, I think, and we should be done. Got the intercept, got him in the corner. Didn't launch that SP1 just in case they had some tricks up the sleeve, but bam, we got him. Alright, Vita Cetera must be happy because, well, here we are again. Anyway, gonna go ahead and potion up a little bit, just to make sure I can get through this fight. It's still not fully familiar to me, but I think I got my bearings on this a little bit better, so let's see how we do this time. Alright, now we're dealing with Prey on the Weak, so every time you gain a buff, he's going to gain some power. He's got his Genetic Perfection, so he's going to begin the fight with 3 random passives, which he already did, and we've got Caustic Temper, which we've taken care of with the Warlock and the Vision Synergy, which grants a Fury every time he comes in contact with something he's immune to, so that poison that we're getting hit back with is no problem. It's actually feeding the fight. Now, we want to try to keep him away from that SP2, so I'm just looking to bait out SP1s while we go through this, and then I'll put in heavy attacks whenever I can. So we're just going to try to bait out that SP1 and see what happens. He's kind of holding on to that for a little bit there, but tried all different kinds of things, tried to stay open, parrying, seeing if he'll toss it. So I just got tired of waiting, and let's see what happens this time. Alright, got real close to that SP2. There we go, finally got it. Man, sometimes it gets a little crazy. Okay, looking like our infection passive is almost out, so we've got to build up some more here. We're at 16, so it looks like we're just going to go ahead and push that into the 20, get the infection passive, and launch that SP2. But he's got to give us that bait. There it is. Yeah, we are in there. Bam. Okay, good. Looks like he's playing ball today. He had a little bit of trouble. Baiting earlier, but looks like that's not going to be an issue. Very nice. That's what I like to see. Also staying away from that SP1 because I don't want him transferring that shock damage back to me. And we are in good shape. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bait out this SP1 one more time. Come on, Mr. Sinister, show me what you've got. There we are, boom, and we have the infection in place. Let's get it in. Okay, looks like this one is over. We're gonna go ahead and do that shock this time. Which I admit I thought would kill him, but now he's transferred that over to me. So I got a little bit caught off guard there. Hey, I can take one hit. All right, that's it for this run. Anyway, if you liked the video and want to see more, go ahead and click subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends and your mama and all that good stuff. And remember, stay dorky. And I'll catch you on the flip. Oh, peasy potamus.
Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all.